Hi, I'm Carol Smith and I'm a gallery glass designer for Plaid Enterprises, and I want to show you how to have the second important step in gallery glass technique, which is painting. First step is outlining, which we do with the liquid leading. Now yesterday I created this outline by putting a pattern underneath my reusable sheet, and it's now been dry for at least 8 hours and it's ready to apply the paint. So easy. Now my pattern has numbers on it, and these numbers refer to the last 2 digits on the gallery glass bottle, and that tells me what suggested colors are. However, guess what? I'm painting this, so I can make these really whatever color I want. Now applying color is so easy, but there are a couple of tricks to it. First of all, removing the tip from the bottle, the cap, you want to push it over to the side and lift it off gently. Don't pop it off like this, because if you do, you can get paint on your clothing. Now, to paint, we fill in and we put the tip, the applicator tip, up to the leaded outline, touching it, using it like a little bumper. And we go around the whole perimeter and then start pulling the paint as we fill in the center. We want to even it up somewhat, even though we're not going to use the tip to get it totally even. Now I want to apply enough paint that you can't see through it, and I also am going to smooth it. Now I'm going back and forth with a nut pick. A nut pick is one of the gallery glass tools, but you might have one at home in your utility drawer in the kitchen. It comes with the nut crackers. Now, it has a point on it. You want to use the point straight up. Don't turn it over and use the scooped part to comb with, because that won't comb. Now, when you've gone through it maybe twice, that thins the paint and allows you then to pop the bubbles. So I'm using the back side of the nut pick, which is the rounded acorn-shaped part, and I'm just tapping underneath anywhere I see bubbles. You want to tap firmly. The most important thing though, hold your reusable sheet firmly with your left hand. Otherwise you might plop paint up on your craft surface or on your clothing. So let's do it again. Let's do another color. Let's do red. You want to start with a clean tip, so you just squeeze. I go around the outside and then fill in the center. You really can do this fast. People are usually slow when they start, but you know that it's so simple. You can march right through it. Now you want to comb back and forth and then tap. Now you would never do the whole design and then tap, because you want to tap it while that paint is thinned by your combing technique. So after you've painted all of the areas the color that you desire, we let it dry overnight, and then you can peel it off. And this really is the fun part. You just grab hold of it, peel both step 1 and step 2, which is the leading and the paint, peel it up, and you can now apply it to a clean, dry surface. Now, we like to apply it to windows or mirrors. It is repositionable, so you put it down, smooth it from the inside out, and it will stay there as long as you want it to. But if you want to remove it, maybe it's a seasonal design, then you can peel it off, put it back on your reusable sheet, put it in a plastic, like a food storage bag, and put it somewhere, but don't set a lot of boxes on top of it or it'll squish it. So you can save it till next year and reuse it. So that's a wonderful technique. Now, we have a number of them. They're fun to decorate. You can decorate a whole room. Maybe you lay your reusable sheet over the bedspread or trace the pattern on the bedspread and coordinate a whole bedroom together and decorate the mirror or the windows. It can be a very versatile window treatment. Now, I want to show you some of the other things you can do while you're painting. First of all, you might like to have some shading. Now, shading is putting 2 colors in one section, and there's a number of ways we do that. We can look at the pattern. Some of the patterns have dotted lines on them and dotted circles. Now, the dotted circles are polka dots of color that you put on first, and then you comb those together. The dotted lines mean you will put 2 colors on a section in the same section. So we just put the color in like this. Again, we go around the outside up to the dotted line and fill it in. Now, I said you could do it fast. Look at this. We're just going to fill that area quickly. And then we can put in the other color. Now, it doesn't matter if we get a little bit on the tip because we're going to mix them anyway. Now, notice I have some really big bubbles there. And we're going to just clean our nutpick off. I can pop that one before I even start combing. Now, notice I comb all the way up to the leaded outline and then across. I always like to comb in the direction that is the smallest. So like this one, I like to comb across, but because this is a tulip, I want to comb my last time through it in the direction just like nature grows that tulip. Nature naturally puts a highlight on things with lighting. And notice how quick that is. So I have done some shading. It doesn't look spectacular right now, but let's look at our finished one again. Isn't this pretty? See the shading up here? We put a lot of white in the top of this. Both of the tulips, and they look spectacular when they're dry. Now this is so much fun to do. Here's some other things you can do. You can take glitter and actually mix it with your paint if it's a fairly light color, or you can sprinkle it on top after it's dry. And you can also use the flat marbles, you know, the kind that you get to put in a vase maybe when you're going to arrange a group of flowers. You can put those in. Now this is the way I would do that. Lead a circle for it, trace around and lead the circle, draw it on your pattern, draw around it with a pencil, lead that circle. Then when you're through with the painting, put on your bead and then lead around it again with your liquid leading and get up on the edge of that. That will hold that jewel in place when you're done. You also can sprinkle glitter in this one and give a lot of variety to your gallery glass technique. Once you've mastered it, you're going to think of a lot of things on your own that you can do, and you're going to have so much fun. Be sure and share it with your family.